Welcome to my HTML5 and CSS3 tutorial series reboot. In the series we are going to learn how to create websites using HTML5 and CSS3, which in case you guys didn't know are the language that websites are written in. Now I'm going to be recording the series as if you the viewer experienced in HTML or CSS before. So if you are a complete beginner, then don't worry, you found the right series. You can continue watching from here, but it'll do you great okay. And if you guys do have a little bit of experience with HTML, then you know how you could carry on watching just for some revision, or you could join in later on when we start talking about some more complicated stuff. Now the whole series will have a dark blue checkered thumbnails as the background, and this new series is going to have a flat light blue background on the thumbnail. We get started with the series. There are two things that you guys are going to have you download, or maybe you've already got them on the computer. Okay, and the first thing we need is a good text editor. So the next text editor that I use is Notepad++, and it's gonna good one. I would recommend, if you are following along with my tutorials, that you download that, and if I will show you how to download that in just a moment. And then the second thing we need, or that you guys need, is a good browser. Now I use Firefox, but if you guys want to use Chrome, that's up to you. They both work equally as well. Okay, but just make sure you're not using something like Internet Explorer, or you know some older browser. Okay, so let's take a look at installing Notepad++ now. What I'm going to do is just open up my browser, and I'm going to Google Notepad++, okay, so that you can see that I thought this link that shows up at the top here, which I will click, and that's gonna take my strength to using download page for Notepad++. Now of course I want the latest version, which at this moment in time is version 6.5.3, but if you're watching this like 6 months from now, there's probably gonna be a newer version. So whatever it is, just download the latest version. So I'm gonna go ahead and click download, and I'm going to click save. Now has probably worth mentioning that if you guys aren't using a Mac, then Notepad++ will not work on your computer, and you're going to have to download something like Tag Wrangler or some other alternative. Now that doesn't mean you won't be able to follow along with my tutorials. It just means that you'll be topping up in a text editor that looks different to mine. Okay, so I would go ahead and just Google a few other options and see what you can come up with and go from there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click install here. So yeah, I'm going to save this and I'm going to run it. You guys probably won't be able to see that message that I just clicked on. Please select a language. I'm English. I'm going to go ahead and click English next, and I mean you guys pretty much know how to install a program. So we'll obviously read through all of this stuff. Go ahead and click I agree destination folder, that's fine, and we'll go ahead and just leave everything in default. Go ahead and click next, and I want a desktop shortcut, so I go ahead and I'll click tick that. Make sure that you not installing mailover anything. That's the most important or most irritating part about installing new software, which fortunately Notepad++ doesn't have any mailover, so I'm very lucky. Go ahead and click run Notepad. We will go ahead and finish this. Okay, now you can see that Notepad is open on my screen, and this is just a change log. So that's new. Oops. So this is just telling us what's new in this vision, and we can go ahead and close that because there's nothing really interesting there for now. Okay, so now we can actually start writing a code, but I think I'm going to save this for the next tutorials. So